Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Astuti. I'm a student of the Travel Business Study program at Gajah Mada University. My goal in making this video is to fulfill the final exam assignment for the English course. On this occasion, I will explain about first, the travel document that must be prepared when visiting Spain. Second, regarding the regulation of immigration in Spain. Third is about custom, and the last is about baggage or cabin regulation on an airline that has a flight destination from Indonesia to Spain. Here I choose Qatar Airways. Alright, let's get straight to the first explanation. Travel document required when visiting Spain. Here I will inform or explain about important documents that must be brought or prepared before you or visit or vacation in Spain. Because without this travel document, we are not allowed to visit or enter the Matador country. This travel document is very important because it contains at least the name, nationality, occupation, identity, and other as well as special information regarding the purpose of a person's trip. Some of the travel documents that must be prepared when traveling to Spain include: first, passport; 2, visa, more especially Schengen visa; 3rd, exit permit; 4th, fiscal certificate; 5, health certificate; and the last, insurance. Well, let me explain about the first document, namely a passport. Now, the passport that we use to visit Spain for the purpose of traveling is ordinary passport. An ordinary passport is a document issued by the Director General of Immigration, the Ministry of Law and Human Rights with a 5-year period and is green, which is usually used by a person to travel. The passport requirements that can be used to travel as passports that are valid for more than 6 months from the date of arrival. Then, the second requirement or document is visa. Visa is document issued by a country through a representative, which generally contains permission to enter and leave the country. This document is valid for a specific period of time and purpose. Now, for the visa used in Spain is the Schengen visa. A Schengen visa is a special visa for a tourist or business visit to a Schengen area country. There are 26 countries including in it. The majority are European countries with 22 member states of the European Union, which one of the countries that enforce it is Spain. Because there are many documents that must be prepared when making a Schengen visa, I suggest you make a Schengen visa a few months before departure. Then the third document is exit permit. Exit permit is permission to leave the country where the person lives with the aim of traveling to another country either for tourism or for certain business or for work. And then the next document is the fiscal certificate. Fiscal certificate is information provided by the Directorate General of Taxes (DGT) regarding taxpayer compliances during a certain period to fulfill the requirements for obtaining service or in the context of certain implementation. Okay, then the fifth document is a health certificate. First, you have to make a health certificate at the nearest health service. Then also bring the PCR test result at least 48 hours before arriving in Spain, as well as a certificate or vaccine certificate from Peduli Lindungi. And a little information, the type of vaccine received by Spain are Pfizer or BioNTech, AstraZeneca, Janssen, Moderna, Sinovac, and Sinopharm. And the last document is insurance. So the recommended travel insurance to cover your trip while in Spain is that the first insurance must be COVID-19 coverage insurance and invalid in Europe, and the money of insurance value is 50,000 US dollar or 30,000 euro, and if the trip is carried out for 15 days, then it must cover 30 days. Well, that's all the necessary document and must be prepared by you before visiting the country of Spain. Well, into the second discussion regarding the regulation of immigration in Spain. For Indonesian citizens who will visit Spain, in addition to having a passport and visa, they are required to bring and show the following documents. The latter rule or condition when visiting Spain during the COVID-19 pandemic. Number 1. If they are not from a low incidence country, tourists are allowed to enter if they have a vaccine certificate. And then the vaccine certificate is issued from the competent authority at least 14 days after the second dose, or the first for a type of vaccine that requires only one injection. And then fill out the health form before the trip. The form can be downloaded on the Spain Travel Health website or the SPTH application. After filling out the form above, tourists will achieve QR code that must be presented to the staff before traveling and upon arrival in Spain. And the last, upon arrival in Spain, they continue to undergo checks from temperature to completeness of documents. For the next, I will explain about the goods that are prohibited from entering Spain. Number 1, dangerous objects. The item referred to as dangerous on flight to Europe ferry, such as explosive device, firearms, and toxic substances. Essentially, all items that can threaten the safety of others. Carrying this item does not end only with being confiscated by officers. The person who brings them can also be subject to legal action. Number 2, illegal drug. Just like dangerous object, illegal drug can also get you in trouble with the law. Stay away from items like this for any reason. For medicine that are allowed for medical reasons, you can take them with you. However, you must bring a doctor prescription. Wrap the drug in clear plastic so that it's easy to see when there is an examination. And number 3, make and its product. From a lot of travel information, it is known that the next item that is forbidden to be brought to Europe is meat and various processed foods such as cheese. If you really need meat and cheese, you can buy them when you arrive in Europe. No need to bring them from Indonesia. The exception only applies to baby milk if you are traveling with baby. And number 4, meat, fish, and dairy products. Have you ever thought about bringing rendang when you go on vacation to Europe? Think again before doing it. The problem is European governments prohibit food from outside the European Union made from animals. If there is an airport check and your baggage needs to be unloaded, the item will be collected by the staff. In addition, when going through immigration, you will need to fill out a custom form and need to declare the goods you are carrying. I suggest you should fill out this form honestly so you don't get into immigration problem later. Number 5, good in liquid or gel form. Especially from item brought into the cabin, there must be no liquid or gel with a size of more than 100 ml. So things like toothpaste, liquid medicine, or face cream that you carry should be less than that. Exception usually apply only to items purchased on the TV and accompanied by a purchase receipt. There are the things that you should not take with you when traveling to Europe. In addition, there are also Indonesian government regulations for citizens who want to travel abroad. You are not allowed to bring cash in rupiah currency more than 100 million rupiah without written permissions. Alcoholic drink and cigarettes are also limited, namely 1 liter or 200 sticks. So if you intend to shop in Europe, it is better to use a credit card, which is safer to carry everywhere. Then the third discussion is about custom. Custom is an act of government levies on exported and imported goods and also goods that have special characteristics. When entering Spain or any country in the European Union, there are limits on what a tourist can bring into the country you are visiting without paying duty. Those who can bring goods to Spain without paying duty are then tobacco product. When entering Spain by air or sea, Others over 17 years of age may carry the following tobacco product for personal use only, like this. You might consider bringing cigarette with you. Why? Because the price of cigarette in Spain is set by government, and the price is quite high. And then when entering Spain by land, children aged 17 years might bring the following tobacco product for personal use only, like this. Other items like fragrance, coffee and tea, medical drugs are allowed from personal use and personal items. This is the regulations. Fragrance, coffee and tea, medical drugs and also personal items. If you exceed this limit, you will have to say so and may have to pay import duties. You might be given a custom form while still on the plane, which will help simplify the process. Bringing your pet to Spain. Visitors can also bring pets, up to 5 per family. Each cat or dog must be at least 3 months old or traveling with its mother. Then most importantly, save your receipt for custom. While you are there, keep all your receipts. Not only it is helpful to deal with custom official when you return home, but you may be entitled to a refund of tax spent in Spain upon your return. Okay, go to the last section regarding the regulation of baggage or cabin on Qatar Airways Airlines. Cabin baggage. Each passenger may bring one personal item such as a lady's handbag or one small bag, a coat, robe, or blanket, and others. You can read or see this. In addition, you can bring up to pitch of cabin baggage with the following conditions, like this. Check-in baggage. In addition to cabin baggage, each passenger gets a free check-in baggage allowance, the amount and weight of which depends on their flight route and flight class. You can see directly your baggage allowance on the ticket you have. Here the flight from Indonesia to Spain include. This is the regulation for first class, business class, and also economic class. This is for first class, business class, and also economic class. Qatar Airways imposes strict rule on the maximum weight of each bag. If one of your bag weighs more than 32 kilograms, then you have to divide it into 2 or more, or you will be charged or excess baggage fee. This additional fee also applies if the weight of the item you carry exceeds your check-in baggage allowance. Then we talk about miscellaneous items. First, wheelchair, and then music equipment, and then sport equipment. Pet. Qatar Airways accepts pet, dog, cat, and bird as check-in baggage. Prohibited and restricted item. For the safety of passenger, crew, and aircraft, the following items are prohibited or restricted on board all aircraft. Please make sure that you do not carry items included in this list in your carry-on or checked-in baggage. Dangerous goods. Dangerous goods are goods or substances that can pose a health or safety hazard to passenger. Carrying of this item is governed by International Civil Aviation Regulation and is generally not allowed in cabin or checked baggage, with a few exceptions. Not allowed in carry-on baggage, firearm, and other devices that emit projectiles, and others. You can read this. Not allowed in checked-in baggage, corrosive materials such as mercury, acids, alkalis, and wet cell bacteria, and others. You can read this. And may be carried with the exception of items of medical necessary and small passenger toilet, and others. You can see this. These are Qatar Airways baggage or cabin terms and conditions. Whether that was about the explanation of travel document, immigration and custom regulation, as well as baggage or cabin regulation that apply in or to Spain. I hope my previous information and explanation can be useful for all of you in preparing travel document, and I hope you can also find out important information related to travel such as immigration, custom and ticket or cabin in Spain. Okay, I will suffice my explanation and information. If there are many wrong words, I'm sorry. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Have a nice day. See you.